have the floor.
Okay.
Thanks.
So start with try to share my screen. And first of all, do you see my screen?
Yes, it's working.
It's working. Okay. Next would be, do you hear me?
Yes.
If you can hear me, if you see my screen, everything's okay. You mustn't see me myself, but you have to see my screen, then that would be great.
It's working.
So, hi, everybody. Glad to be here. Nice to be together with you. And I'm Michael from Jugendschutznet, and I want to look together with you in some tools under the big title, It's All About the Information, to look in some tools about research and gather information and documentation. And first of all, some words about Jugendschutznet. It's an organization which is founded in 1997 by the Supreme State Youth Authorities in Germany. And it's one of the founding members of INACH. And the aim of our work is the protection of minors on the internet. And therefore, we have departments for and about different topics and focus on topics and services specifically attractive for children and young people. And I'm from a department that take action against illegal cyber hate and extremism online. And in our work, we have a multidimensional approach, a mix of persistent monitoring of scenes, taking measures concerning illegal content, which is a violation of youth protection laws online in Germany, as we are legal based, and this is the base we work on, and to raise awareness about dangers on the internet, about what can happen, so raise awareness at providers, at political and civil actors, and so on. And the main topics for the next minutes, moments, the next time will be, we'll have a short look about preparing the environment for research, search the engine, have some useful online tools, and about collecting information. And if I say something, or if I use some tools or use some words that seems to be not clear for you or unlogical, please ask, and we'll try to clear everything and every question directly then, if it's a technical problem or something like this. I'll try to have a mix between examples and slides, and there'll be short links about all tools I use on the slides. And yeah, I forget to send you the link list. I'll send you the link list afterwards, and maybe you can send it via email to all of you. Then, if you imagine an intelligence circle for an investigation or research, then you have the planning, the collection, the analysis, the exploration, the dissemination, and we'll concentrate in this time just on the collection of data, and we'll only scratch the surface, as we are limited in time, so we can only take a look on the surface, but not can dig too deep with it. In this webinar, we'll take a look on tools and tricks, and some of them are used by us in our daily work, and some of them are used by other organizations and might be also helpful for you. So I integrated them in this presentation. First step, if you start, first step should be, if you start a research, is secure your system. Be assured that your software is up to date, that you are protected against viruses. Secure your browser. Use a clean browser. Best of all, do not use your ordinary browser, but use an own browser for research. Use the incognito mode, clear your browser data. And best of all would be, if you want to make it easy for you, use a portable version of a browser equipped with OSINT extensions to help you with searches, with getting data, and that is exactly made for your purposes. But when doing research, keep in mind, try to minimize all your private traces. And that comes together with secure your browser. Take care, look on all your accounts, and be sure that you have logged all from all your private accounts on the browser you use. And when you do the research, do it with sock puppets, with fake accounts, but don't do research and use your private profiles with all the informations inside. Otherwise, you'd be in the danger to get friends to people you surely won't like. The browser, the prepared environment comes all together with a browser. And normally, if you say, I'm doing a research and looking for something on the internet, very much people say you should use the Firefox, it's a great tool. And also people say you can use a Brave browser, which is a Chromium-based browser, means the engine like Chrome, but not from Google. And we use, and this is the browser we see during this webinar too, the Brave browser as a portable version. It's a Chromium-based browser, means all extensions for Chrome will be working in it. And it has a Tor integration. So you can also do Tor researches directly from this browser. It is portable. That means it can be used from every directory or from a USB stick. And if on a USB stick, that means you can take it with you and can do a research from every place you want, where you have access to a computer. Equip it with extensions you need. Look on the privacy settings that they are strict. And again, better safe than sorry. Be aware that an investigation browser is not for private use. And as this was very theoretical, that's enough with browsers, with environment, with all. And now we're gonna start with the more practical things. So first of all, how do you search? How do you search? How many search terms do you use normally? What are you doing when you do a search online? Sorry, I'm looking in this direction as I see all your faces on this screen. Here's the camera, sorry. Anybody who uses more than 3 or 4 search terms in an ordinary search online? That sounds like
No, usually
Nobody.
no, it's usually one, maybe two, depending if it's a phrase or something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize you're asking the question. I
No.
thought
So-
you're beginning the sentence. Everybody who uses 3 or more will be punished or something.
Okay. But one question, Salma, if you use a sentence,
Yes.
do you have it in quotation marks? Or
Yeah. Well, I first try not to use it with the quotation marks, but if I get weird results, then I go back and then use the quotation marks for this specific sentence to show as a block.
Okay. That's perfect. Thanks. So I take this and switch now to the next slide. You can, the problem is you search thumbnail. You can say I use 1, 3, 2, 4 sentences. I can put it in quotation marks if I know what it will do. You can also use the tools search engines offers you, and I'll do it now with Google search because it's the biggest search engine and it's the one we often use. So I'll switch to the Google Advanced Search form, which you can find via google.com advanced search. And it would allow you to do an easy search for things on the internet where you can say, I'm looking for pages for content with all these words, with the exact word or phrase, any of these words, none of these, and so on. So you see different options here. When you, that will be interesting. Let me try to switch to the Google search itself, if it works in this window. Do you see the Google search form? That's great. I do not see the Zoom window you see. I just see your faces and my screen. So it's like flying in a fog in the moment. Okay, you have the advanced search and you can say, I'm looking for, like you see, tree color, rat, terrier. I want to find content with all these words inside. You can say, I'm looking for INACH, like it is it, and Amsterdam. I'm looking for INACH Amsterdam, but not Chile. I'm looking for languages. I'm looking for regions. I'm looking for the last update. How old is it? And I can say in which format. And the moment I click on it, you see your search. Yeah, where's Amsterdam? Amsterdam is lost. Amsterdam should be here. Rather, you see the words you put in the form. And they are a little bit manipulated and put in the search field of Google. And they are put in the search fields of Google with the search operators you can use. If you do not know search operators, you can use the form, which makes it which makes it easier for you to search on Google. If you have a search query, which is about things you often search, you can take this search and put it to your bookmarks. and have the chance to get always back to this search. Means if you have a new window and you say, this is my search, you'll get it back all the time. And if you work with long search with many do's and don'ts, it is quite easier to save it as a bookmark than reconstruct it every time. And back to the slides, if I find them. And okay, I'll do it. So is it okay? So can you read it also in this way? So it is easier for me to switch between the slide and the windows. Digging deeper, you can also use operators like Selma did the quotation marks, for example. Quotation marks for an exact term or match of term. You can use the word or between words, which means you search one word or the other. As soon as you only put one word after the other, it's an and connection. And also simple operator is the minus, which exclude terms from searches. And then we have in the announcement for this webinar the word dogs. The wonderful word, and it only stands for queries to find hidden information or evidences, which means you combine Google search operators for specific information you are looking for. And you'll find complete sites with hundreds of searches that might help you to find information about login files, about passwords, about hidden passwords files. And I've here worked in a little bit and say, I'm looking, for example, for great replacement, which is a typical sentence in our context. And in text means the word great replacement should be in the text of something, as well as the word white genocide. And I want to get my result only for documents which are PDF documents. So I have in text great replacement and in text white genocide, both in quotation marks. The extension is PDF. So let's take this. And see what will happen. It stops everywhere. And we'll get back PDF documents, a great replacement is an expression, white genocide is an expression, and they are all PDF documents. And as you also see, most of them, nearly all of them are documents at the first site that are critical, that are telling about terrorism, that are telling about right-wing extremism. And you'll have to scroll down, I bet. Okay, that's it. Show me 100 search results. That makes me scroll a little bit more than normal. Somewhere in these 100, there will surely be also some right-wing documents. You can also say, and I don't know if we search the small one. Show me, for example, links of a Twitter account, which links or information about on Twitter about a Twitter account, which is not on the timeline of this account. Who retweets anything or comments anything or says something about this account. I'll do it with INACH. That looks at the moment very small, 2 results. And there's this small point, repeat the search with the omitted results included. We have not only 2. We have 529. So that's also a sign when you do a research with a search engine, go to the last page and take a look if it is possible to see omitted results, if they show you everything or not. Because when you are looking for something, you need all the information, not only a small part. And so you see there are several tweets where INACH is mentioned or retweeted, and none of them is from INACH itself. That would work also if you say, I'm looking for a specific account where I want to take measures against it, and what is the network around it? What is the bubble around this account? Just switch INACH with the account name and you get completely different results, which might be fit exactly to your research. So digging deeper, I'll do it now with a search, which is typical when you say I'm looking for far-right extremist content on YouTube, for example. Is it this? It is not this. And it is this. I did a research about site YouTube, means I'm looking for content which is on YouTube and only on YouTube. And the term Judea declares war on Germany should be inside of it. This is the cruel idea of that, the conspiracy idea that Jews declared the war to Germany before Hitler started the war. It is a typical phrase of Holocaust denial content. And so I combined it with the word or. I'm looking for this, or Holocaust, which is also a word from Holocaust denial content. And that would mean many of these videos, which are now shown here, like with a title like this, will violate or might violate the terms of service of YouTube, might violate laws in different countries. And many of these videos might deny the Holocaust. And I just don't want to click on such a video because I don't want to reproduce hate today and don't want to reproduce the hate, which is then being recorded and put on YouTube itself. So if you want to test it for yourself, just try it and you get the results. You'll also get inside of this data, inside of this list data, which is, just a moment, you'll get data inside that is debunking data, or is data that are YouTube videos that show how the Holocaust really was. So if you want to concentrate on Holocaust denying videos, you should put them off your results. Means I said in this moment, this search minus debunking and minus Holocaust remembrance, which reduces my results to 375 results on YouTube, from which an amount will be not legal in different states and will be and might be a violation of terms of service of YouTube. Now we have such a long list. And I set in the options of Google. You can define the options of Google in your settings. I see all settings. I said I want very many results on my page. You can set it up to 100, which gives you much more than the ordinary 10 results you see on Google. And if you want all these on a list, that's interesting. At that moment, I want to put it in a list. I do not exactly know if this is on my slides on this point, but I'm just doing it, and we'll see afterwards if I find the link for it in the slides. You can put all this data you see on a search, all of your search results in lists by using, for example, bookmarklets, which puts your Google results in tables. It's called doing something with SERP, which means it is a bookmarklet and it lists your result, the link, the anchor text, which gives you the opportunity to have a fast look over all your results and to extract all your data as a CSV. And you can use it also in an Excel sheet or something else to work on it. Get the data SERP. Set it, and that's a scraper bookmarklet that helps you to extract all your Google search results. You'll have also a short link to this bookmarklet here. You find Google SERP scraper tool, so this is the other screenshot, also as an extension for Chrome browsers or Chromium browsers. If it is helpful for you to get all this information from a Google search or from a search engine search in tables, you can work with, use such bookmarklets or extensions, and you'll get the data out of Google searches then. Any questions until now?
Yes, I wanted to ask, first of all, you said you're going to share this with us. Did I understand this correctly? The presentation. So there are some things I need to go back to and figure them out. So is it okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about this, for example, this scrape service now that you are mentioning. It's is it like something German, or why is it ogy.da? I mean, it's
ogy.da, it's because of that's funny. How do you say Datenschutzgrundverordnung in English? It's the European decision to
GDPR.
GDPR. Thank you, Maren. And it's a short link service which comes which fits to the GDPR because it do not save data or something else. Normally all of us knew Bitly or something like this, but you share via Bitly a lot of data with, yeah, not
Okay,
only
so
with Bitly itself, but with others.
yeah, if I want to use this extension,
Yeah.
I can just enter the GS or script, not this first part, because
Yeah.
I'm not going to abide probably, or maybe I will, like, but I don't know, maybe
but
we are in CZ or something, I don't know.
you mean I put now
Yes,
GDE
yeah.
describing it, and that's what you'll get. You'll jump directly to the bookmark.
Okay.
It's just a
Okay.
short link service.
Okay, I get it. So because previously, when you referred to something, it was also with this one. So I wasn't sure what this ogy.da
Sorry.
means. No,
Yeah.
no, it's okay. I mean, there's so many things here which are obvious to you and should be, but which are new, I think, for many of us. Aha, yes. Okay.
Okay, and you see,
So maybe when we
so
go
it's,
through all this again, we can ask some additional questions
yeah,
via email or something, if that's okay.
yeah,
with
of
you.
course, yeah. And it's a short link service like this. Sorry, it's on German, but all you have to do is to put your link inside, like you know it from every others, and say kürzen. Click on it, and you say this is a short link for it.
Yes, okay.
Still stay on Google, but do it with custom search tools or programmable search engines, which looks surely not very exciting. This looks like nothing. In fact, it's a search engine which we put together. You can do it by yourself because Google, like other search engines, offers you the opportunity to build your own search engine. So is that we want an engine which looks on everything, or only on TikTok, or only on YouTube, or only on Instagram, or only on Twitter, or only on Facebook. So if you have specific needs, you can put search engines exactly to your needs. You can work on them. And it's all called programmable search engine. And in the first moment, they might look a little bit difficult, but in the end, you have to build one to see how it is working. And then it is quite easy to define for all your needs specific engineers, specific machines that do exactly what you need and want to have. So we have it like this. The small one you've just seen is under this short link. There's only also one with Telegram. And sorry, this is one I do not want to show at the moment because Telegram is, but I'm sure you know, whatever search term you use, you do not know what you get back on pictures or something else. So it works with Telegram. It gives you back all results. It looks for Telegraph, for public information, for private chats, as long as you are logged in on Telegram and others. And so this was the screenshot from a search I did for the word Holocaust. And I had it on Telegram. The articles from a German newspaper Bild was about a process against a Holocaust denier. And with this, I would switch from Google and come to other tools like social bearing. It looks weird. Let's close everything here. If you use it normally, it looks like this. The screenshots I had are inside, and the searches was about Hasim-Netz. You can look for tweets, for a handle, people, followers, friends. There's a lot of tools, and it gets data from a Twitter account. I have now 46, which is not very much. How? If you have an account with more tweets, you'll get more results. You'll get information about the time frame you've been searching for. At the moment, Twitter limited the research for 9 days. That switches from time to time. If you have a bad day like we have now, that is like every time you want to show something that might be great, other ruin everything you'll do. As I did the screenshots, Twitter said you can go up to 3,200 tweets. So my screenshots show much more information than this. But you'll get back informations at least from 9 days. You'll get the tweets, you'll get a hashtag cloud, a word cloud, what people did. You see the tweets in this dashboard mode. With the informations about the tweets itself, you can go directly to them. You can filter them about what are retweets, where are pictures. You can filter it for sentiment. You see the languages of the tweets. You see contributors, influencers. So you get a lot of information about something that is in a profile about a hashtag, or you'll see a lot of things around. You can extract all the data with the export function, and you'll get this as a CSV file again and have it to work in Sheets. And while saying this, I remember I was looking for tweets, and if you look for a Twitter handle, you would get other results. Then it turns back up to 3,200 results. So it's the difference. If you are looking for a hashtag, for search term or something else, you can go back 9 days. If you are looking for a handle or what anybody does on his account, you go back 3,200 tweets. So this is, for example, Hasim-Netz is the account of our department at Jugendschutznet. And this is the actions we did to say that are at least 100. You can load older ones. You have to click. Unless you are finished with it, you can say, is it enough to get 400s? Or you can click as long as until you reach the 3,000s. If you need to collect data from Twitter, it is one of the easiest way to get the data out of Twitter with a few clicks and get them in a file sheet you can work with. And of course, you get a lot of statistical information and graphics, which you can also use. So another tool would be Social Searcher. Which offers at the first moment also only a search box. And then searches 11 sources. And it lasts a little bit until the information will be on the screen. So I switch back to the slides. And you'll get back the results also in a dashboard mode. You see results, how many users, sentiment. You can export the data you get. You can also get your data as a CSV file. You can choose between web, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, Dailymotion, Tumblr, Vimeo, vKontakte, or Flickr. And you have also graphics or graphical view of the amount of results you get and other. So the results today for INACH. And if we filter it, we'd have 100 Twitter results, 72 Instagram results, which means, let's see, what will Instagram give to us? The wrong INACH, mostly the wrong INACH. And you have the detailed statistics, which might also be helpful for researchers for monitoring for reports. Again, another thing would be grabbing content, grabbing comments from YouTube. And this is one part that is, but it's not difficult to your work. We often have YouTube videos with hundreds or thousands of comments, and it's really horrible if you scroll it down and try to get an overview of it. There are tools like the YouTube comment downloader, which fetches all the data, scroll down the comments and give it back to you. While they are rendering the comments, just switch back to the slide and say, this is now just a music video. It is a nice music. It is a music not about hate. And we use this nice and lovely music video to show what a comment tool is going to do and what it can do for you. And of course, maybe you should sometimes listen to good music during your work, as it makes it much easier. So you'll get back all the comments. We'll have a search function. Words are marked, great. Great, 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 great. Which makes it a little bit easier for you if you're looking for specific search terms. And also, as it is named YouTube Comments Downloader, it just downloads the comments, as far as I've seen, in this tool. I did not see any option to download these tools, these comments on your computer. So if you want to do so, you would be in the need of a scraper tool that would scrape you all the comments. Or, in fact, you use something like the YouTube comment suite, which is a tool that aggregates comments from various videos, playlist channels for archiving, search, and showing activity. Or in fact, you can feed this tool with some videos. You can feed this tool with complete channels or with playlists, and it downloads all comments from a video, from a complete channel, from a playlist, puts it in a database, and gives you some overviews like a curve of the comments about the videos, which is most liked, which is not liked, about the viewers, which are the most active viewers inside, and so on. Looking on time, I'll just show you this as a screenshot. If you like to use it, do it. It is a great tool, and it is a very helpful tool. And you also get a mask and can search in thousands of comments for specific comments for the specific content. You can export your results. You can jump directly to the comment in YouTube itself, and it can ease your work. As you see on the screenshot, I'm working here in about 1,200 comments. I knew it from researches we made, and you can have a lot of more inside. It is a nice and handy tool. And according to the data protection laws, of course, after research, after you do not have any need for the data, you have to delete it again. And that brings me to the last part of this short ride across a lot of tools. If you want to collect information on the fly, you can use a tool like Hunchly, which we use at work. It is the only tool that I showed that is a tool you have to buy. It costs money. But it is a nice tool as it grabs every content you see on your screen. As soon as you see it on the screen, it is grabbed by this tool. It makes a copy as an MHTML container, which means you see it exactly as you see it on your screen. You have the copy on your computer. It comes together with a hash value, so you can assure that this MHTML container isn't modified. So this data can also be used in prosecution processes. And you can comment whatever you see. And you can put all your results out in reports as a PDF or Word document. Means in this moment, when I switch here to capture, I would capture everything I'm doing now in this tool. If I reload this, the color switches a little bit. If I reload it, if I open this site, it will be grabbed. And if I say, this is something we should create PowerPoint. I can't do it in an open Office document. Whatever you have on your page, on your screen, will be listed. So I did it for the screenshots with short view on INACH, right? INACH YouTube video, and then YouTube video. I looked for 5 YouTube videos. I said had selectors, and I said, if you find INACH, mark it. If you find Jugendschutznet, mark it. So I could also filter for this. If you look, and it also gives you back informations like tracking codes, like account names, like tracking codes, account names. It was something else which I didn't see at the moment. And you can make reports of it from the screenshots you have from files, about the notes you make, about captioned images or attachments. And notes would be in this moment when you say, actually take a note. This is a note. And to bring it to you, I'll just switch to Hunchly. So try to switch the screen. And it is this. You see now a completely different view, I think completely different thing. So we are Hunchly, these are the 4 pages we've just seen in the moment. This is the website of INACH, but you see there's a copy which is saved on my computer. It is a copy from my computer. It is not the online version. You can see the source if you like to. There's no data extracted. You see the path. There's a note about this. And I want a report about this. I can add all my case data. Add to the report. I can sort it if I like to. Push a button, would have a report. And with this, switching back to the presentation, which has been here, I suppose. Because now I'm at the last slide of my presentation. Thanks for your attention. Elvis has left the building would be now the perfect sentence. And there's still a message from him. Gathering information is not a rocket science. And this is the moment now for questions of you, and I stopped my screen sharing, if I find it.
Thank you, Michael. Oh, Salma, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say that unfortunately I have to leave. I have another real life meeting, but first of all, thank you so much for this. I wish we had like more time, and if there is any possibility from Jugendschutz in the future or yourself to go through this maybe in small groups and try to also practice with you some of these things, and also ask some questions, like for example, if you can do this about others, this means others can do this with you as well, and go through your social media accounts and get all this information. So what happens if the profiles are, for example, locked or limited and so on. But unfortunately, because I have to go, I don't have time to open this. I just wanted to thank you so much again for this. This has been extremely helpful, and maybe in the future we try to do it like in smaller groups with some practice.
That would be great. Yeah.
Thank you. And nice to see you again.
Bye, Selma. It was nice to see you again too.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Great, thanks. Is there any question? Yeah, very short maybe. Otherwise, in any case, like Selma said, and Michael probably will have a follow-up on this. We'll send the PowerPoint. Is that okay, Michael?
Yeah.
To circulate it? Great. And
I
we'll
sent you PDF with it.
Great, great. Yeah. And we'll have the recording of this, so maybe that's even more handy for you guys to look back at. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone has a last word or a last question, maybe?
One word. Thanks a lot. That's 3 words.
Thanks, Panayot. Thanks. Well, that was, yeah, I think really useful, especially for working on the ME and things like this. So definitely we'll yeah, use all those tools and look back at them. But yeah, thanks so much, Michael. It was really nice.
Thank you very much for your patience, because I was speaking so much.
No, that's fine. There's a lot of information, but it's all useful. So I think we'll all go through it slowly in our own time. But yeah, thanks a lot. And thanks everyone for being here. Yeah. And yeah, we'll keep you guys posted with the PowerPoint and the recording.
Okay.
Great. Thanks, everyone. And have a great end of the day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.